Hey guys, welcome back to Override the Program. What you're looking at here is match 8 of my placements for Season 11. Yeah, that's right. If you saw the last video, you probably know why I'm not too inclined to do Summoner's Rift. So I got Nocturne in this game, doing some jungling, and I got a pretty decent start. You know, the bot lane's helping out, starting blue. And then I go over to my red, and I'm farming. Everything's going pretty, it's a pretty solid normal start. I went with the little blue icon thing here. Blue icon. I don't know what it is. The blue dagger. I found that the slow was really nice for getting in a few autos, chasing people down, or getting away. But yeah, as I'm pathing top, unfortunately, it gets killed by Echo. Not too big of a deal, I guess. And as I'm trying to gank mid, it also dies. Things kind of a rough start, but nothing I can do about that. I just try to stay consistent and get this nice little Dirk blade thing, because this blade, once you get this, you start hitting real hard. And I go bot. I shouldn't have wasted my Q here because it would have been perfect here. So mistake, but it doesn't turn out too bad. I get some damage in, almost kill Echo. If I hadn't used my first Q up in that bush, probably would have got him. But we did manage to get Dragon, which was nice. It was actually going pretty decently overall. Not too bad. Got a nice gank off at my level 6 here. And managed to kill this guy. And apparently our mid laner didn't even realize it was happening, which is expected at this point. A little skirmish here. I have to run, of course, because look at these guys. And mid laner with no mana decides she wants to hang around and potentially help. You can't help with autos. You're a mage. Anyway, I keep the farming going. Just keep farming, keep doing my thing, and things are fine, man. I love playing Nocturne jungle. Get another gank in mid here. This one's looking pretty solid. Nico actually lands a few abilities. Well, a few. Lands one ability. Gangplank helps. It's awesome. And look at this giant wave. I could have left and let Nico get it all, but I kind of decide here that, hey, we should probably just push the lane while they don't have anyone and maybe get a plate or two. Nico, in her infinite wisdom, decides that this is a terrible idea, and then if I do it, it's best for her to just AFK for the rest of the game, because this is an auto loss. If you push a lane, you lose. I don't know if you've ever heard that before, but that's what this Nico thinks. So at this point, she's convinced the game is lost. I try to tell her, hey, look, we should obviously push the lane and maybe get a plate or two. I was trying to take an advantage. Maybe it was a mistake. I admit that, even in game, but it's a pretty minor mistake as far as the grand scheme of things. So yeah, lo and behold, if you look at the map down there at the bottom right real closely next to my face, you'll notice that Nico's in the jungle. Just she decides that she's going to steal my jungle as revenge for the rest of the game, which I actually don't mind. I mean, obviously, lane experience is worth a lot more anyway, so taking my jungle and giving me the lane is a benefit for me, but we're on a team here. Come on, get it together. So this person clearly needs some mental help or something. Probably use a therapist, or 20, maybe 30, maybe 40. I don't know. Maybe they just spend the rest of their life in therapy because they can't handle someone eating their cookie. And anyway, we keep playing. The rest of our team is we're doing all right. Things are getting hairy here and there, but it's not too bad. For a 4v5, we're actually doing quite well. And a lot of hilarious moments here. A lot of people telling Nico off because she's just ruining the game for the other 9 people, basically. But actually, I got to give credit to the other 9 players here, or I guess 4 on my team. The other team, the people with the 5 versus the 4 is hoping they get a free win, so of course they're going to stick around. But the other 3 on my team, me and them, I got to give them some credit because they were awesome, man. They stuck around. None of them got deterred. None of them agreed with Nico, because who would? Quite possibly. Anyway, I go on a bit of a rant here, so I'm just gonna let that play out. It's like, can you, I don't know, can you live in a world where not everybody 100% agrees, but still everything's okay? That's the test. This guy completely failed that test, like 0 out of 100. Not a single correct answer. It's like either Everything's exactly as I want it to be, or else it's nothing at all. Or it's possible that it's like a 9-year-old or something. And if that's the case, then it's different. But I don't think 9-year-olds are allowed to play this, so probably isn't. Mentality of a 9-year-old, probably. Maybe even 8 or 7-year-old. But actually that age, no. It might be like a 30 or 40-year-old man with that mentality, for all I know. Okay. But unfortunately, here we go again. This is an auto loss. It does not matter how good or bad I play or anything really at all. It's just the game's lost. I'm just stuck here playing until it ends. And no, I'm not going to surrender because it's just fueling the problem. It's telling this guy that his behavior is okay, that it's fine to just be a total incompetent derp. That's not the right terminology for it, but it's not that he's incompetent. Now, to be honest here, I really just thought we were going to lose because, well, we're outnumbered. You generally lose outnumbered games. But it became apparent that we weren't doing too bad after a while. You know, this is a really unique game where if this game makes you rage, it's a really clear indicator that you've got some mental issues. And I'm not saying they can't be corrected or whatever, but if you get really mad at this game, well, there's a few things. A, you don't have to play it. B, quit being a douchebag. That mainly goes for the Nico player here. Alright, and I go on another little rant here, so I'll let that play out. I lost the game because a Nocturne pushed my lane. But that's not why he lost the game. He lost the game. It's 100% his fault, actually, now at this point that he lost the game. But to him, in his mind, he thinks that I'm losing this game because Nocturne pushed my lane. Like, what? Okay. The very bottom line to that mindset all the time is you cannot control anyone else ever. There's always going to be someone that's going to push your lane or take a creep when you thought you should have it or something. And this is just a game. Imagine this guy in real life. He might be a serial killer. So he's probably like, this, someone ran in front of me in a car or cut me off. Then he like goes and kills him or something. Like if you're this reactionary in a game to someone just taking a few minions, like what do you do in real life? Or does this only come out in games? I don't know. I'm kind of concerned. Like seeing people like that. It's just like, jeez. A little touchy, aren't you? A little touchy. And see, to him right there, that was like a big win. He's like, I took your minion away from you, just like you did to me. But I'm like, I don't care. Fine, you need the farm anyway. But, it's just like, what? It's a nonsense mindset. There's nothing I can do to work with that guy because it's complete nonsense. Oh, no. And like he's probably got a big win. He's like, oh, I took that red for him when he's trying to take it. Like that's his whole goal now. He's going to be forever thinking of me in this game, just because I pushed his lane. Perfectly fine player. No need to ban him. Let him keep playing. They don't need to learn anything from this. This is fine. This has been a fun 1 hour of my life. Just playing a game where not everyone's here because they all have emotional issues apparently or something. I don't know if that's the right word for it. There's some kind of weird thing with League players where they're like mentally, a lot of them are mentally incredibly weak, but they keep playing. Like it's the thing to do. I don't know. Is this winnable? I don't know if this is winnable anymore. I mean, they're scaling is a thing, and there's 5 of them. We're scaling a little bit, but there's only 4 of us, so... They keep doing stuff like that, yeah. Oh, died too fast. Oh, with this Draven, it might be winnable. Just gotta protect. Oh, Blitz wasn't there either. Like, there's always gonna be this guy too. Because it's the same thing. It doesn't matter what I do. There's no sense in me, like, actually getting mad about it or anything. Like, really, the people to blame are to Riot for, like, basically, what'd you call it? Basically supporting this type of behavior. Because they won't, there's nothing they ever do to this kind of stuff. It's just like, expected, I guess? I don't know. They actually did something about it, it would be a little better. But, like, I can't control him. I have no control over people like that. Or anyone in general, anyway. So, like, the only thing I can do is just, like, suffer. Suffer the misery. I didn't type anything bad in chat. I typed in chat, I said something like, I don't know. I said, look, you know, you just push the lane to make your opponent lose experience. You know, you kill the guy in lane, you push the lane, you get a plate off the tower, everybody gets gold. Enemy loses XP. It's a win-win. It's like a common base knowledge strat. Maybe it was slightly the wrong timing or something, but it wasn't like egregious error. It's just kind of an obvious thing you do. And to this guy, it was like, no, I need every bit of that farm. Don't you dare touch my lane, or else I'm AFK, or whatever the heck he's doing. Oh, he's revenge stealing my junk. That's not revenge at all. It's fine, I don't care. Not even good vengeance. At least have some good vengeance. Well, that should add some context to the game. I was feeling a little frustrated naturally because, yeah, well, you probably understand why. The game itself's not frustrating. The game's actually quite good, but the player base is so, yeah, well, I don't know if there's a good word for it that's not totally offensive. So, yeah, one of my viewers, Mr. Silent John, points out that, hey, this is looking like it's actually winnable, which from an outside perspective is a good sign, because I was kind of thinking it wasn't, and you know, we were just doomed no matter how good we did, just based on being outnumbered. But we were owning, we were taking towers. GP had scaled massively. Also, Gangplank is completely busted this season, so if you know how to play him, congrats. Enjoy your challenger ranking if you keep playing. Yeah, he's just totally busted. I think everyone knows that, but there's a few champs like that. So is that what happens when you get to high ranks? Does everyone just play the busted champs over and over, and that's how they keep their rank? Because that makes a lot of sense. Nocturne seems pretty strong this season too. So anyway, yeah, I'm just going to keep playing some clips here and show you the stuff. And as you can see, Nico is clearly, if you look at the bottom right mini-map, clearly doing nothing all game, not helping at all. I think she's still on a kick of just like stealing my jungle, which is, you know, quite hilarious to me overall. I don't understand how that hurts me when I get to get all this experience mid lane, which is way more than the jungle, like I said earlier. So this person clearly just isn't that bright, or something. I don't know them personally, obviously, but just be sure to, you know, take note of them, and you'll see them in games, because they're not going to get banned. This type of behavior is perfectly fine according to Riot, especially in ranked games. So yeah, nice little skirmish here. Look at, they got 5 people, and we've got 3 here, but Draven's pushing, so we of course just disengage and let Draven take what he's going to take, and that's fine for us really. We are still pretty well owning, and I know that at this point I'm hitting like a truck. I can just smash people if I get on them, so it's okay as long as I'm not outnumbered. I'm pretty confident that we're going to win any of these little skirmishes, especially with GP around, because he just hits like a truck. But yeah, we're pushing hard. It looks like it's going to end here. They can't really stop our defense, especially with how hard GP hits with his little barrel combo nonsense. That You know, as much as I dislike GP, I'm glad I had him on my team this time. Well, I guess you can only be glad that he's on your team. If he's on the enemy team, you're probably going to lose. You know, just based on the obvious observation earlier. Totally busted champ. But you know, Draven's doing fine. Blitzcrank is just doing what Blitzcrank does. He's not doing too awful bad. I'm pretty well owning. I'm 12 and 6, which isn't. It's pretty good. I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but it was obviously definitely helping, putting a lot of pressure on. But if you notice, Nico's still in the jungle, just kind of like goofing off. I don't know what they're doing really anymore, other than trying to still steal jungle, and we win the game against all the odds. Some heat thrown on that other team. GG. Should not have been a win. But, I mean, well, that's kind of backwards, because it, like, should have been a win, and then it looked like it wasn't going to be one, because of this person. And then it turned into one anyway, because Draven and Gangplank Blitz were awesome. I guess I was holding up my end of the bargain, too, with my stream damage and ganks. But look at that Gangplank damage, Draven damage. Nice. Special thanks to my single one patron, Dr. Tombo. You are the man. Love ya. You're keeping this channel alive. If you would like to also be freaking awesome and help support me, you can join over there too. Help support me making these videos and doing my thing. I'll see you guys in the next one. I got a few more little stories to tell, so if you enjoyed this, let me know.